Okay, so I'm not going to have time to upload another one. I actually forgot one to have. I forgot to have Chloe add the intro onto one. Excuse me. And that was the one for the raspberry chocolate chip cookies. So I'll get that one, make sure that one gets out tomorrow. This one, reasons behind why I chose this one. This one was one of my grandma's that she made every single year. And I know a lot of people know what these are. They're the Buckeyes. And I've made them. They're easy to make, and they're really, really good. So, plus if you choose more pure ingredients, they'll be even better. Alright, so here we go. Buckeyes. This is from Preppy Kitchen. Again, just reading it off from Pinterest, sharing information. Buckeyes are like peanut butter balls that didn't get all the way dipped in chocolate. They're no bake, super easy to make. And as an added bonus, you can make these peanut butter candies in advance and pull them out of the fridge in a moment's notice. And they freeze very well. Done it. I used to make these every year. I probably did my boxes every year for at least 20 years. 15 to 20 years at least. So, got experience under my belt on these, so remember that when you're considering whether or not you want to try buying one of the gift boxes next year, or several of them for people on your gift list. I do have experience. I've had between 15 and 20 years of experience making this stuff, so. And it turns out great every time, so. You guys I could have my kids tell you. And everybody that I've given them to. So. And I've given them to at least 10 to 20 different people. Almost every year. For 15 to 20 years. So. Alright. Peanut butter and chocolate are a match made in heaven, so who could resist a Buckeye ball or two? And they are really good. Buckeyes taste like peanut butter cups with an emphasis on the peanut butter. Not too sweet, really creamy, and so satisfying. What you will need for this recipe. Chocolate. Semi-sweet chocolate chips work well for this recipe, but chocolate in bar form is easier to melt. You can use bittersweet, dark chocolate, or milk chocolate if preferred. I have never used dark chocolate. And once again, the more pure the ingredients, the better they're going to taste. They're going to be more melt in your mouth. They're going to be just so succulent and so delicious. Coconut oil. This optional ingredient makes it easier to get a thin dipping consistency. I've never tried that. You can sub in shortening or even butter if needed. Butter, okay. Shortening, I wouldn't, because it's got vegetable oils in it. You want to try to steer clear of that kind of stuff. Alright, number one, okay, this is how to make the Buckeyes. Number one, add the peanut butter. Butter and vanilla to a stand mixer fitted with a paddle attachment and mix on low. I just used a wooden spoon and a bowl. And it works really well. It's not hard to do, so. Number two, after 30 seconds or so, stop and scrape the bowl down and mix until thoroughly combined. Again, wooden spoon and a bowl work perfect. I don't even have a stand mixer, okay, guys? And I've made these for 15 to 20 years. And they've turned out beautiful every time. I even made them for Christmas last year. And they turned out great. So, I've never had a stand mixer. Number three, slowly add the confectioner's sugar and mix on medium-low. Or just, keep stirring. Keep stirring it in. Really important to scrape down the bowl down here, too. Yeah, you want to get all the stuff off, all the powdered sugar off the sides. Now, with powdered sugar, I'm going to try to look up a more, pure form of it. So it's not, all refined. Number 4, pinch off about a tablespoon of the mixture and roll the balls in the palms of your hands. Chill to firm. I chilled the mixture before I did that because if you don't, it does get really messy. So chill the mixture in the bowl before you roll those balls because the peanut butter balls are a lot easier to roll if the mixture is pre-chilled. All right. Then after it's pre-chilled, I just use a spoon. Scoop out about a tablespoon. They say a tablespoon. I used to use a teaspoon. Just a regular teaspoon. Of the mixture, roll it into balls in the palm of your hands, chill to firm. I mean, if you want them big, but you get more out of it if you use a teaspoon and make them about like so. That. Kind of like that. You can see that, well, like that. Oh, sorry. Melt the chocolate and coconut oil in a medium bowl and mix it combined. Coconut oil would be healthier. So, set aside and allow to cool to room temp. Number 6, using a toothpick, dip each chilled peanut butter ball into the chocolate, remove toothpick, and smooth hole over with a knife. I never did that. I left the holes in it. They look weird. But I had like these little forks that came with my melting pot, which I think I'm going to try to get another one of those, because those were really handy. But I had these little forks, and I just used those. And they looked like little pig snouts in them. They were funny. If your butter, okay, pro tips for making this recipe. If your butter isn't room temp, then just cut the sticks into a few slices and microwave on 50% power in 5-second bursts. Flip the butter with every burst. These Buckeyes will keep in the fridge for up to 2 weeks, just make sure they're covered. It's so important to scrape that bowl down after adding the powdered sugar. I forgot to do that once, and the top was super firm, but the bottom of the bowl was very soft. Yeah, I've made that mistake. Coconut oil helps thin the chocolate so it's easier to dip your Buckeyes, but you can use shortening if that's what you have on hand. Please use a pure ingredient like coconut oil or butter. Do not use shortening. I've used it. It's just, if you want to like keep on the healthy end of the chain, healthier end of it, use coconut oil. The butter can be reduced by a tablespoon for a firmer ball if desired. Frequently asked questions. Why are they called Buckeyes? This no-bake peanut butter treat closely resembled Buckeye nuts. The Buckeye is a state tree of Ohio, and as you can imagine, this dessert is pretty popular in Ohio and the neighboring states. Before I looked it up, I thought they were named after the football team. How do you dip them? Number 1, chill the balls and insert a toothpick or a wooden skewer about 3/4 of the way in. Or if you have the melting pot and everything that comes with it, just use the little forks. They work perfect. Number 2, dip into the cooled chocolate and gently wipe the bottom on the side of the bowl to remove the excess chocolate. You will wipe the chocolate off from it, so I wouldn't recommend that. Number 3, place Buckeyes on a sheet of parchment paper or foil bleh, and chill. Number 4, twist the toothpick or skewer to remove from the ball and use a small knife to smooth the hole over. What's the best peanut butter to use for these cookies? They're not cookies. For best results, use a smooth, salted peanut butter for your Buckeyes. There's no need to use a sweetened peanut butter, but if that's what you have on hand, it will work just fine. You can always decrease the sugar if desired. If you're using a natural peanut butter without stabilizers, make sure to really mix well after opening the jar. The oil-heavy top of the jar will make very runny Buckeyes. I've never used that, so. Okay, so that's it for the Buckeyes, and this one will get uploaded tomorrow. Oh, I forgot the rest of it. Wow. Really? Sorry. Man.
True, there was something about mankind we loved. I think it was their money. Don't Scrooge, you're doomed for time.
Okay, well, I basically already gave the instructions anyway, so. The ingredients. Okay, the prep time is 15 minutes, the chill time is 20. You're going to have a little more chill time because I would definitely let that mixture chill and firm up some before you roll those balls. This says total time 35. Okay, they can't count. Anyway. So the ingredients are 1 cup of peanut butter, smooth peanut butter, 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter, make sure it's real butter, 2 cups of powdered sugar, and look for a healthier version of it. If not, use what you can get a hold of. But 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, pure vanilla extract, 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate, and chocolate chips work just fine. Or the dipping, the melting chocolate, the almond bark, that works too. I've used that. 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. And I mean, that way, if you use the melting chocolate, you don't need that coconut oil. So. And then I already read through the instructions. So. And they do keep in the freezer. And here's the nutrition information. So you guys can screenshot that or something. And there you go. That is the Buckeye recipe. So, again, I will get this uploaded tomorrow because I'll have to have Chloe put the intro on it. And I'll get the other one uploaded tomorrow because I'll have to get that one. I'll have to have her do that one too. So, anyway, but I will get off from here and get this written down. Might do another one. I don't know. I think that's about it. But I will get this up there, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.